Good evening and welcome to NXTGEN Season 15. This is the Modern Touring Cars. We're here live from Zhuhai International Circuit for round number 10 of 12. We are getting into that critical stage of the season where the championship starts getting decided. We did have a full lobby of drivers, but we've got 15 right now. So we have Brucey Harding in a Mercedes, Fraser Mercedes, Shadowstalker in an Astra, RDF1 Adam Morris in a BMW, the debutant pit lane Jamie, he's gone for an Astra, very brave man. Bernd Fry in a BMW, Jamie Mercedes, Jack in his Astra, the Zebra's just rejoined, he'll be in a BMW, Johnny Mercedes, Tim Mercedes, Danzo Mercedes, Scooby G is in a BMW, D Whitehouse 7 Mercedes, and Lightblade Mercedes with NGR Ginge the host in his orange BMW. We'll recap the top 5 of the championship are at this current stage when it loads. Scooby G does lead this championship by 177 points. He is now 37 clear of Fraser, meaning he still he can. Actually, he could win this. With 2 remaining, and I don't think there's any Turbo Mondays left. Just have a look. Let's try and work this out for you guys. You've got 1 more Turbo Monday left, which means there's a maximum of 45 points can be earned. So it'll be interesting actually to see what happens, because with 37 it won't take a lot here for Scooby G to win. Obviously 5 minutes qualifying as per usual. Just going to set something up quickly. Which will hopefully help us clarify A, how many points there can be, and B, whether he's going to win it tonight. Well, I did not realise Scooby G could win it tonight, being 37 clear, with only 45 remaining in the season after this. He only needs 8 more points than Fraser to win this. You get a pole position point. I want to apologise if this isn't great for qualifying. Obviously, trying to work stuff out. So Ginger is currently on provisional pole position with 140.6. Adam Morris 141.4. This is very much a BMW serving track. So yeah, 45 points can remain in the season after this. So with 45 on the line, we are qualifying complete. Ginge is currently on pole position, 140.6, 141.4 for Adam. There's Fraser. Anyone else coming around the final corner? Bruce Lee Harding goes 11th quickest, 1.9 off the pace. It's very tight actually between the field. Is there anyone else coming around? Danzo for his lap. He puts in a 1. He goes up a place. But it will be Ginge who takes pole position from Scooby G. Adam Morris is in 3rd. Fraser is 4th. Jamie 5th. Jack is in 6th. D. Whitehouse 7 is 7th. Light Blaine 8th. Bobby Johnny 9th. Burnt Fry 10th. Bruce Lee Harding 11th. Payline Jamie 12th. The Zebra is in 13th. Shadowstalker 14th. Danzo 15th. And Tim in 16th and last. So if it was to stay as was, so Scooby G currently sits 2nd in the grid, Fraser 4th. What would be our... have a look. So at the moment, Scooby G would have a full, if it was to end as it was, Scooby G would have a 42-point lead over Fraser. So we're going to go to the grid. We have the 3 red lights. The championship battle's on the line. It's green here at Zhuhai. Ginger's got a good getaway. A little bit of jostling in the background, looking for positions. Scooby G to the inside. Can't do anything stupid now. And we are underway then. Turn 3 to turn 4, I believe. Oh, and he's bumped Ginge. He's bumped Ginge into turn 4. Adam Morris now going around the outside. He's going to take 2nd place away. He's going to take the lead. And here comes Burnt Fry. That's a surprise. Burnt Fry is now going around the outside of Ginge. It's all tightening up. There's Jamie trying to take positions away as well. Scooby G down to 5th then. So we head down the hill, and here comes Fraser. Fraser has to get in front of Scooby G to keep his hopes alive. Oh, and a bit of a half spin there from Fraser, allowing Jack up the outside. Jack can't quite get the move completed though. Out of the front, Jamie's looking for a move on Ginge. And he's going to get the move done, you know. That's a great move. Oh, someone's off in the background. Is an NGR tag. It could be Royston, potentially. But Ginge, yep, Jamie takes the place. Where is Fraser in all of this? Fraser's currently in 6th. So at the end of lap 1, the standings would be 38 points between Scooby G and Fraser, although that's Burnt Fry. He's gone off, allowing everyone to move up 1, and Ginge has ended up behind Scooby G as well. Jack looking for a move though on Fraser. He's trying to go around the outside. It's not quite going to work, and he's going to lose out as he stays 6th. Over Scooby G is up into 3rd right now. And as it stands, that still wouldn't make him champion. In the background, we've got a great tussle for, this will be for 7th, as Live Blade down the inside of Wavy is Johnny, and there goes DY 7 for good measure. This is looking really tight right now between these Mercedes. There's a couple won't ride, and that'll be a few slowdowns, I think. Grizzly Harding with Light Blade around the outside, that's never going to work. Meanwhile, Jamie's trying to fend off Scooby G, and Scooby G gets up into 2nd place. Oh, Scooby G's off! The championship leader is into the wall. Tim has disconnected. Big turning point in the championship. My word, Scooby G now down into 14th place. Make that 15th place. Where's Fraser at this time? He's into 4th now. He's got past Jack. And this is a massive swing. This would bring the gap down to 26 points. I'm going to apologise now if I do miss anything. See the live updates as Fraser runs wide, Jack alongside, Jack ahead currently. Going to try and bring everyone live updates as we go. As we head. Through the flick left. Oh, hello. That's Burnfry having a big spin coming out of the flick left-hander. Bruce on the tail now of Fraser. Can't quite do anything. Scooby G, he's up into 14th though, so it's a starting point for the current championship leader. Means the gap will be at 28 points. Meanwhile, Ginge is under attack from Jamie. This for 2nd place. Head through turn 4. That might well be a slowdown for Jamie. If not, he's playing it on the fine barriers of the limits. Jack has now been overtaken by Fraser. Behind that, we've got DY House 7. He's looking to overtake Lightblade. They've got Burnt Fry right behind them, looking to pounce on any mistake, any gap. He looks for the middle. He's going to go for the middle. And in the end, it's just a bad decision all round. Because now he's got pit lane Jamie right behind him, looking for a move. Jamie's still behind Ginger right now. Fraser still has Jack, but Jack's got company in the form of Bruce Lee Harding. And behind that, we've got Wavy's Johnny, whose pace has really picked up in the second half of the season. He's really got quick in that Mercedes. DY House 7 is in front of the Light Blade. Penny Jamie ahead of Shadow Stalker, ahead of Scooby, who's now in 12th. We'll go for a bit of an update shortly on the championship battle. Scooby G could have walked away here champion, and at the moment that's not going to happen. As we look down, Jamie has got past Ginge somehow. Fair play, good sir. But this is a good battle. Bruce Lee Harding on the tail of Jack. Jack's got good traction coming out of turn 1 and 2. 3-3 into 4. Bruce just able to get on the power that much earlier with his line. They hit the brakes. Through the right-hander, down towards the 19 left. It's a good battle at the moment. Gin's still on the tail of that Mercedes. With Fraser up into 4th, and quite frankly right now, doesn't look like he's quite going to lose it. It just depends where Scooby G ends up at this race. Swinging Scooby G, he's now broken into the top 10. Means provisionally, Burton Fry had left the session. He's been having a bit of a miserable day. The gap would be 31 points between the two championship protagonists. Gin's still behind. Not a good move. Scooby G pit lane. Jamie's off at turn number 2. But Fraser now looking like he's going to come under attack from Jack. I would say Anna Morris, he's won here before in the BMW, and that was when McGann's were allowed. He's just going off in the distance. He's now 5 seconds ahead of the rest of the pack. But Fraser... They enter the right-hander. All 3 of them just line stern. Deal House 7. Scooby G behind him and catching him. And a rate of knots. Or just a knot, a rate of them. This will be for 8th place when Scooby G catches up to the back of him. Shadow Stalker has Lightblade behind. He's got the Zebra. He's not been on the pace at the moment. Almost loses the back end coming out of the final corner. We are on to lap number 7 to the second half of this race. As we enter turn number 1. And DY House 7 definitely has company now in the form of Scooby G. This will be for 8th place, and maybe to Johnny not far up the road. Scooby G with 140.9. Ripping up the timesheets right now. Looks initially for a move on the exit, but it's going to have to settle in for potentially a move on the entry of the next corner. And that he does, down the inside. And as long as he gets it stopped, turned in and driven out. DY House 7 not giving up though, he's got down that, back down the inside. Flick left. Scooby G is not having this his own way right now. He now looks to the inside. Almost sends one, thought about it, thought better of it. You know, and flick it left into the final corner. Not really an overtaking spot as DY just brings the back end out. But the speed of the BMW carries through. He's going to pull out to the inside. And 8th place will surely now be Scooby G's. As we enter turn number 1. And again, DY7 has good speed out, but Scooby G spots it immediately and does not allow him through. So Scooby G gradually going up the ranks. Now makes the gap 33 in the championship, but DY7 really is not giving up at this. He is determined to not let Scooby G have his own way here. Now the gap at the front's come down dramatically. A 146.3 from Adam has meant Jamie's closed in along with Ginge. Fraser's dropped Jack, and Jack equally has managed to get a gap to Bruce. Where's Johnny is now going to come under attack from Scooby G. And Scooby G needed about 9 points difference. Right now he's losing 4 points. As he looks at Johnny for his next place. On more with Scooby G going through the final corner. He likes this one in the BMW, but he also doesn't like it. This is the corner where he kind of got everything a bit wrong. He crosses the line. Hit the brakes into turn number 1. Move is done. Johnny couldn't do anything about it, and Scooby G moves up another position. Seventh place in Scooby's right now. Now only losing 3 points, so 34 the gap between Fraser and Scooby G. Ginge is still behind Jamie. I must say, Jack, right now, is getting my driver of the day in that Astra. He's pushing the limits of that thing. And he's doing fantastically well. That's Ginge. Ginge is off. That allows Fraser up. And Scooby G will not have it his own way going into the hairpin right. He will potentially get a switchback. Yes, he does. Ginge then down to 7th place, but he's still alongside Scooby G. He's going to force Scooby G onto that tighter line. Won't matter, Scooby G gets through quite nicely, but that means Fraser goes up into the top 3. And that's when the points start to come a little bit more handy. And Scooby G does also go up by 1 as well. But it's only the 1. The gap now 33 at the top of the point standings. But Ginge is not through. And neither is DY7 with Johnny. Those two are quite close on track. Pitline Jamie and Shadowstalker having a personal Astra battle. Oh, Shadowstalker clips the back of Jamie. He goes round. Jamie continues on. Just about. God, no, he spins out in the end. And yeah, as per usual, Shadowstalker will wait for the man he's tapped. Ginge behind Scooby G right now. We want to try and get past him here. Now, weirdly enough, actually, even though I've only included Fraser, Gingy is also in this battle for supremacy, and that makes things interesting. Fraser and Jamie both have penalties for corner cutting. Okay, this makes a difference. The question is, how big a penalty do they have? 1 second each. Fraser needs to get his skates on, mate. Now, yeah, even though I've completely forgotten to include Ginge, obviously Ginge only 3 points behind Fraser. Obviously Fraser's the main threat, so I might quickly add Ginge to my calculations, so shall we say. So he's on 137 points initial. There's Scooby G right behind Jack, with Bruce alongside Jack going into the final corner. This is going to hold up Scooby G somewhat cruel now, because these two battling means Fraser can get away. Scooby G, oh, he runs into Bruce on the straight. Bruce will just hang around the outside. He's not afraid to go door to door. Very uncharacteristic though. Bruce will not be happy with the door bang on a straight. It's kind of unnecessary from Scooby G. Looked like he's trying to get back to the racing line, not thinking of what's around him. Oh, and this just got interesting. This got really juicy now. Scooby G currently sits 5th. 4th now as he gets past Jack. Ginge sat in 7th place right now. Remember, he also had that pole position point to his name. But Jack and Bruce still going at it door to door, going through the flick left-hander. This is the final lap of the race. Ginge now looks to the outside. Can't quite do anything about that. These two still side by side, but we're going to cut to the front because it's going to be RDF1 Adam Morris who takes a comfortable victory here at Zhuhai. You must love this circuit. That's a second win round this circuit for him. Jamie will finish in 2nd. Pit lane Jamie down in 14th. Fraser finishes 3rd. Scooby G will finish in 4th. Bruce Lee Harding will finish 5th from Ginge. Then Jack. I don't know what happened to him. Someone's gone flying off the background. There's a zebra. Boobies of Johnny, 8th. DY House 7, 9th. Massive off for him. And it's going to be Lightblade who takes 10th. Nope, the zebra takes 10th from Lightblade because he have a penalty. Danzo will be in 12th. And Shadow Stalker will bring it home for 13th. Across the line he comes. So, your provisional results, and I mean very provisional. Adam Morris takes the win from Jamie WRX. Fraser 3rd. Scooby G 4th. Ginge 5th. Not Ginge 5th, sorry. Bruce Lee Harding is in 5th. Ginge is in 6th. Jack is in 7th. Webby's Johnny is in 8th. DY House 7, 9th. The Zebra 10th. The Lightblade is 11th. Danzo 12th. Shottalker 13th, Pit Lane Jamie 14th, Tim disconnected, and Brent Fry retired. What does that mean for the title race? Very good question, and the answer is this. Scooby G will leave here now on 190 points. He's 35 clear of NGR Fraser, with Ginge a further 6 behind that, meaning Ginge is still mathematically within a chance of winning this championship. However, Scooby G will have to have an absolute mare for it to carry on. Fraser will need to get a minimum of 22 points from the last round. Means he'll have to get a minimum of 14 points just to stay in it mathematically. So that's going to be very interesting indeed. But that is it for the modern touring cars tonight. Stay tuned from my point of view of the MNT Clios, again from Zhuhai. Next week it's going to be Spa-Francorchamps. That might not be a turbo Monday. That'd be interesting to see. Yeah, Spa-Francorchamps next week for the modern touring cars for round number 11. Stay tuned for that next week. But from myself and the modern touring cars, thank you all for watching and enjoy the rest of your evening.